Oh yeah, guys.
Hey,
Okay.
We're getting there.
Listen,
We're getting there. It's fine.
it's been a long day. Work was busy. How's everybody doing?
We're here and we're live.
We are
And
here.
most of us are laughing.
We are live, and some of us are laughing. Not Derek though. He won't be with us here tonight. Oh shit! That means I gotta control his character.
Give it to somebody else if you want.
No, it's fine. He stabs. He does dark, spooky things.
Jensen, hello.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Jensen.
Marked
Hey,
safe
welcome
for
on
I
in.
just
Fox.
heard
Listen.
myself.
Okay, listen. You kill one dog and suddenly everything's...
It's Fox. That's where I hear myself from.
I don't know.
Oh,
Jensen
nice.
says he'll play Derek. That works for me.
You want to just stab everyone and steal stuff? Yeah, that's basically it. Hop in.
Pretty much.
Joking.
Goblin, I just need to double check. Madam President and Louie are both okay, right? Like
Listen.
the ransom's been paid, you made it back, right? Everybody's
I am.
okay?
Shocked. I am. Disgusted.
Oh, okay.
Imagine killing a dog. She hasn't gotten to them yet? That's what you think. They're on my side, Goblin. Think the
I'm
cats
sorry.
were on your side?
Madam President
Please.
chose Goblin.
She might have, but why? Did you ever consider that?
Because he had treats. Anyways,
That's what she wants you to think.
it is Sunday night. That means it's time for the Herald of Rain campaign, led by Foxish Tales to my left.
You're right.
My left, but I have to flip it in camera. It's weird.
Life is hard.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not a professional streamer, so nobody's going to hold it against me or anything. But real quick, just to check in, we have reached another milestone in our Extra Life fundraising goal. Actually, we've passed 2 milestones. During the week
That's
in our
true.
off time, we unlocked the Wrath and Glory mini-series that'll be run by Azrael DMs. That is a Warhammer 40k inspired TTRPG system. And we've also surpassed the $200 mark and unlocked a Scum and Villainy one-shot led by Foxish Tales.
Listen, I fucking love Scum and Villainy, and getting to inflict other people to Star Wars-esque lore is one of the reasons I live. So I'm looking forward to it. Question is, who's going to be involved? And, well, I guess you'll have to find out. Because I don't know either. Justin, do you know Scum and Villainy? I hope so. I love that game.
And Tuesday we're doing my one shot that we unlocked
That's true.
a while back.
We got lots of stuff coming up, basically. What that means is if you want to keep up to date on everything that we're doing right now, join us on Discord. We usually, I want to say regularly keep it updated. We do our best. I'm not distracted by making last minute tokens. That's you.
And
Anyways,
if your name is Robert Arnold, because you didn't donate privately, I'm going to share your name. You redeem the Become an NPC. Please join our Discord and let us know what campaign you want to be an NPC in, and give us a little bit of flavor for your character's personality. That way the DM can work it into their game. And if anybody else wants to be an NPC, that is the $20 donation incentive that you can choose when you donate at our Extra Life link, which you can find directly below you, or if you're on mobile, it's right there on your screen. Donate to help us save kids from who are getting treatment at Mech Kids in Ontario.
Hamilton, Ontario, to be specific.
right, because you gotta specify.
I mean, Ontario's massive, so...
Valid. Are we ready? Are we good to go? Do we have any more announcements that we need to do? We're almost at 200. That's an announcement that we need to do.
Oh yeah.
Followed by knives, Springer's knives. So first off with Springer's knives, Springer does blacksmithing among various different knife sizes. You can also customize the handle, customize the shape, I do believe. So if you like getting
Oh, nice.
fully forged, sometimes even Damascus steel, I think that's your latest venture, right? Damascus?
Yeah, I've got 3
Yes.
Damascus knives I've forged, but they're kitchen knives, and I like to grind them under a water spray to preserve the temper, but it's really cold here, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do them for a week or 2.
At least you know it comes from a real person. Either way, they're made with love and they're sharp as fuck, so
It
Springer's
is
knives.
beautiful. This is the first one that I got from him, and I customized. I added in the faux tip and chose the handle material myself. I love the blue with gold that it came out with. It is gorgeous, and it fits beautifully in the hand and cuts just as good as it looks. So,
Maybe even better. You'll have to try it for yourself. As for a second
and I haven't had to
announcement,
sharpen it once.
that's true.
Good.
Good, because I don't know how to sharpen it.
it. Yeah,
I'd be
because I haven't
fucked.
had to sharpen it once, and it cuts through things like watermelons and cantaloupes and all of that just beautifully.
Second announcement that I'm supposed to do is that we're almost at 200 followers. That's our next goal as a channel, among many, many things that we're doing this year. So on 200, we will be dropping some new emojis, animated and otherwise. And these are hand-drawn, hand-animated, well, hand-drawn and animated by one of us. So if that's something you want to look forward to, it's just a little gift. We can do a bunch of other stuff as well to celebrate reaching the big 200. On
One of us
YouTube
being
and on Twitch.
Fox. Just
Mhm.
trying not to
Yeah, she
be
has
like,
put in a lot of work,
yeah.
and they look great. I'm excited for when we can just start spamming chat with them.
I tried. Okay. And I hope that they cover various things that you want to spam in chat. The more I see them, the more I know that you like them. So if you're excited about that, once we reach 200, we'll be sprinkling them in Discord and on Twitch, so look forward to that. I do believe that's all we have in terms of announcements. Yes?
I believe so.
Perfect. Who wants to do a little recap for us all?
I can do it.
Sweet.
So after most of the party ran away from a genie encounter, they were probably rightfully scared to go at him without the full party. We met back up. They met back up with Newcomer and Derek, who are still waiting at the mosque and the library. Derek tracked a wizard druid who went into an underground lair. And once the whole party was there, we all went in after him. And the wizard druid seemed to be some sort of cognate spy, saboteur, and he was casting a spell that would basically debilitate any non-magical weapon in the city. So the Oasis Road Caravanseers stopped him, killed him, but we lost probably the most important person in the party, Tequani, the dog. After that, we got the guards involved, showed them what was happening. Ariun and Derek went off to hold their sky burial for Tequani. And Musa purchased a new puppy for Ariun and delivered the puppy at the end.
Which was very sweet and thoughtful.
Was we secretly bought it, delivered it. That was really sweet. And speaking of really sweet, we just hit 300 donations.
We just got an anonymous donation for $100 to help support
Nice.
Extra
Did that.
Life, which means we
Yes.
have completely surpassed our entire goal for the year, which we knew was a possibility because it's roughly what we raised in about a month and a half last time, but that was a short and tight push. So we just unlocked Guest DM Goblin Tuesday will take over for potentially a one-shot or a little mini-series. And the Nikoman's 13 heist hosted by Dan Schuld, has been unlocked. So
It's
by
actually a sequel to this.
Technically, this campaign.
Yeah, it takes place just about 20 years after this campaign, which means legally Fox is not allowed to kill my character.
That was a smart play, I'll give you that.
Or his death allows him to become a saint.
I love the way you're going with this. Keep going. I don't have to do it anymore.
So stay tuned. We'll have some new milestones out by our Tuesday night stream. So we'll put our heads together and throw out some new milestones. But thank you everybody who's helped us reach that $300 mark so quickly to help raise money for Extra Life and Mac Kids Ontario and as part of the Goblin Tuesday team. So,
you guys are so fucking sweet. I love this community.
Yeah, that is wild.
We are gonna be busy.
Blown away that we've gotten that far that fast. Especially whoever it is who gave you that or gave us the $100 donation. You're amazing and thank you.
For the kids.
I know, but me personally, as part of our group, I don't do any DMing or anything. I just show up and play. But it's always. I'm the atmosphere model. I make the atmosphere feel more expensive. That's what I do.
$500. Shock DMs his first game.
Yeah, Shock runs a one shot.
I love that. Let's fucking go.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
No, I'd be down for diving in because like it's something I've wanted to do and like I've brought it up with our guys in chat like, hey, what should I try to use for like experimenting with maps and stuff? So I would be down for figuring something out.
Heck yeah.
Look at us. We're all DMs. I don't think it's usually rare in a table to have everybody who has tried DMing at some point. We're just missing one.
Yeah, I'm the only one who hasn't. Everybody else has done something.
It's gonna be
I think
glorious.
it's rare to have multiple DMs, period.
Yeah, really? It's more of just a one person, who happens to be the DM for the solo campaign. But
usually it's my experience at least.
Yeah, but yeah, no, like I was trying to say, it's just wild to me that we've already gotten up to 300. Like I said, somebody donating $100 is crazy, and
that's our second $100 plus donation too. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, and this is I get to hang out with my friends, and we also get to help people, which I find amazing. Because how many people can actually say that?
So,
that's true.
Goblin Tuesday resubscribed before we were live, and I just need to read the message that he put in his resub. It says, "Once upon a time, there was this little puppy."
You don't have to. You really don't have to.
I do have to.
Go ahead.
That's it. It just said, "Once upon a time, there was this little puppy."
Okay. Thought there was more to the story.
Isn't the next one the end because it ran into Fox, so it didn't last long?
That one he did say when we were after the subscription notice, so it was still there.
Oh God, please don't make that my official title. Listen, if you've worked in a vet shop before and you've had to hold down poodles for injections and they're not trained, those little bitches can be real screamers. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I've never had poodles, but fortunately my boys do really well with shots. Like, cool, they'll come over, they'll lean into my shoulder, and then like my grandma would give them a shot, and they'd be good.
So to get us on track and into the game now, I do need to add a little bit of flavor as to Musa going to the bazaar and finding a puppy. Musa wanders around that bazaar, going to all the different dog vendors, and what he does is he just goes up to each puppy and he's like, "Oh," and tries to scare each puppy and poke at its nose. And the first one that nipped him, rather than running in fear, is the one that he picked.
And you brought it to Arjun. She woke up hearing you
Hmm?
stumble into the room despite your best attempts at being stealthy. And you had a little moment, and I believe at some point Arian would have named this puppy. Do you want to tell us why or what it is?
So her name is Burry, B-U-R-I, said B-U-R-E-E is how it's pronounced. Burry. And it means wolf. And she's so cute.
She's so fucking cute, you don't understand.
She's gonna grow into a dire wolf.
Fuck yeah.
The basis for this puppy is essentially, I believe, an Iranian sheepdog? Bear dog?
Bear dog.
Bear
Because
dog.
it's a Sabari.
Yeah,
Sarabi.
Sabari.
Yes. Sarabi.
I can
sorry.
words.
No, that
Either
was my
way.
bad. I said Sabari,
Yeah,
not
it is.
Sarabi.
It is a Sarabi Mastiff, which is also known as an Iranian bear dog, and they were bred to fight bears.
Literal bears.
So
Literally,
cute.
like if you've ever heard of a sloth bear, which is like about 400 or 500 pounds, and sloth bears regularly fight leopards. This is a dog that was bred to fight those leopards and those sloth bears.
Which is good, because they're hardy, sturdy dogs.
Yeah,
there
so
leopards
Fox
in
gets
Iran?
to take out more HP before killing it.
What did you say?
Are there
Asked
leopards
if
in
there were
Iran?
leopards in Iran. I don't
Big
know.
cats,
Off the top of
probably.
my head.
I think there are tigers.
I
Tigers
know
in the
there's.
region.
It's a mountainous region in Iran. I don't know if
I
leopard.
want to say there
or
is
something
some
else.
sort of big cats.
Well,
but I couldn't tell you exactly what.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, these dogs initially were bred to fight bears, and then they were passed
Oh,
out
yeah.
through the region because they could fight big cats as well.
My boys, their father, their father's breed, they chase off bears in the Arctic area, so they're more agile rather than straight up brawling.
And yes, there are
But
Persian
they love
leopards.
monsters now.
Hmm.
Ah, nice.
How we get like sidetracked by are there actually leopards there?
I
Can't have a single
Well,
conversation.
How can you say no to the schnuggly face of this melty boy who wants to try to pull off my arm like Mr. Potato Head?
It's true. Well, you have a new puppy. The day begins once again. You've managed to get, if you haven't marked yet, a long rest. Derek, it seems, has come down with a rather nasty case of the bed bugs. I don't know. Something that'll take him out of commission for the day, at least. But the rest of you
He
are...
got diarrhea, and now he lives in the bathroom.
That, or Booty, do you want to puppet his character for the day?
I can puppet his character for the day. It's
Well,
a
do your
rogue. I
best.
play one of those.
Do your best edgy character.
He very quickly
Wait.
found some loperamide, and now
I
he's
hate-
over the diarrhea.
I hate my party. I don't like myself. I wear dark clothes. All right, I can play Derek.
Okay, well, you have permission for his character.
Put on the mask.
Outside?
He puts on the mask and he starts slinking through the shadows. I am the night.
Vengeance.
Where's Rachel?
Okay.
In the morning, can I start training Burry with
Sure.
like basic command, like come, sit, stay.
All right.
You
We'll
know,
do
your
Breeze
basics.
training to a 4-piece clock. You can get started on simple commands, just getting them to obey and to listen to you in the first place. You can do an animal handling, you can do intimidation, persuasion, however you want to handle this.
Animal handling. We don't intimidate the dog.
People do.
12.
Not for the best. 12. 12 is a pass. Bree is a puppy. It is... So, it's not super complicated stuff that you're starting off with, so a 12 is a pass for you. DC is
Yeah.
not super high. But if you go to more complicated stuff, it will increase over time. The day has once again begun. you awake at the Shut Eye Inn, and you have certain clues, certain directions that you want to take. But what do you want to start with today?
Nikoman's going to finish the carving in the morning. And then he's going to come out to Ariune. And he's going to see that she already has another dog, and he's going to be, oh God, there's another one. But he's going to give her the carving of Tequani, her old dog.
Thank you. This is beautiful.
How the hell did you get one so quick?
Musa actually brought me a puppy.
Musa is currently headbutting Bitey, who's headbutting him back. They're just having this weird headbutting contest.
In the stables or in the dining room?
Oh, are we in the dining room?
I mean, unless you want to be somewhere else.
I should listen. No, he would be outside with Bitey currently having a headbutting
through the
contest.
window behind Aryu, and you can see him having the headbutting contest in the background.
Nikoman's going to lean into Ari and go, Musa gave it to you? Are you sure it's a dog?
Well, I mean, it's got 4 paws, a mouth, teeth, ears, a tail. It looks like dogs that I've seen before. It could be a wolf, but it's unlikely.
Okay, just be careful.
What do you think it would be?
I don't know, with our luck recently, it could be anything but a dog.
Bear.
Could be a bear. Ooh, I could train bears.
It's almost like, oh God, I'm going to have to give her a bear companion.
Nikoman's people would know how to do that.
Yeah.
Train bears?
Yeah. Isn't
No,
he
most
from-
everyone's terrified of bears in this time period. Like, pure terror.
Exactly.
Yeah, give it a couple 100 years and you'll be feeding the bear vodka.
True. Well, anyway, after that, Nikoman's going to go up to Fenric and say, Fenric, I'm going to need some help today.
What is it?
Well, I think our plan at the end of the day is to go sleep in the bazaar. Although, you guys had a genie you had to deal with, right?
Well, we found out that that researcher performed his ritual, and it didn't seem to go well for him, as that I would assume the genie took him over.
Is that something we have to
But
handle,
that's-
or is that
That's really
someone
all
else's
we know.
problem?
Well, I don't know. Do you think the guard can take care of Jean? It's already killed. But a handful of people, I believe it was 5 whenever, just during the summoning.
Do you think there's a reward for killing a djinn?
I would assume so. With the general mentality of, all of, the Gaib is bad and such, but the Jinn has already, as we said, killed people. So even if it is not monetary, it would at least give us more goodwill. Which could be useful later. Maybe we could get a favor out of it. I don't know.
Around this
Got
time,
it.
Derek comes down to join you guys for breakfast, and Musa enters in through the front door, stumbling and a little bit concussed, but
We should go see Bengu and tell her all about what we've discovered.
It's a very
Well, I
good
want-
idea, Musa.
Yeah, good idea. I wanted to hit a blacksmith on the way or sometime during the day and rent a shop, which is why I need your help, Fenric.
Are
And
you?
he's going to take out his mangled maul head, sledgehammer head. I got an idea how to fix this.
Interesting. I
you
wouldn't
did
mind.
take the hammer of from the little ritual site last night. You did take a hammer belonging
Yeah.
to one of the blacksmiths in town.
To the magician, the magic seller.
To
But
Igor. Yep.
But,
But he is a blacksmith in general.
but Nikaman doesn't know that.
Don't-
Musa did share it when he saw that that belonged to the blacksmith Igor.
All right, we can probably take that back. Where's his shop? This side of town? The other side?
At the other side of town, I believe he is over towards the small bazaar. It is quieter and safer to practice his trade.
Now, DM,
Yes.
was there a smaller? Well, actually, if we're heading to him and he's got a blacksmith shop. Yeah, well, Nikaman will speak up and say, wait, let's go over to him and, you think he'll allow me to rent his his shop for an hour?
Only one way to find out.
What happened?
Worst he can do is say no.
All right, so let's talk to Bengu on the way in, and then hit the small bazaar.
Sounds like a good
Well-
idea.
Yep. You head to the Shining Armor. Was it the small bazaar or the grand bazaar? Hold on.
Well, I think
Who's
we're
the
talking to Bangu first.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you're heading to Bangu first.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Bangu first, and then Igor, because he happens to be on the other side of town.
Igor is here at the grand bazaar next to you guys.
Oh,
No, I
So
thought Igor
and
was
his
at
magic
small
shop.
bazaar. Okay,
Grand-
my bad. I got confused.
Okay.
Oh.
we still probably should go talk to Bangu first.
All right, let's do that.
All right. You head over to the encampment of the Ashbringers, and they recognize you and they nod and ask you to wait a couple minutes as Banku is still getting ready. It's pretty early in the morning. You guys come in. You do see her coming into the tent where you guys are sitting and waiting in her main setup where she is. But she does have this rather serious expression on her face as she enters, coming from inside.
You guys, what kind of expression?
A rather serious expression, like
Okay.
she's a bit troubled.
Sorry, my internet's lagging, so.
Oh, good.
That's
Um,
okay. I didn't hear it either.
Oh, okay. Nikaman will go up and say, I hope the news got to you about the wizard we stopped.
I did hear somebody was found. There was a ritual, yes, but wizard?
Well, at the
Druid?
wizard, druid, magic. At the Friday mosque, he had a little ritual temple under the ground, and he was casting a spell to spoil all the weapons in the city.
And did you figure out where his loyalties lied? His motivations for such a thing?
We kind of killed him quick, but he mentioned that he hated the Sultan.
An enemy, then.
Yeah.
Do you know if he had any ties to the satraps or
Pretty sure it was the Cognate.
Yeah.
a shaman from the Cognate, then? Well, I guess I should thank you for keeping the peace in the city. What kind of ritual was he trying to enact exactly?
It was some sort of spell that made weapons crumble or deteriorate or be weak or something like that. Everything, swords, hammers, arrows.
That would be rather bad. It is good that you nipped it in the bud early, then. Although our hunt for the Hashashin continues.
Second issue. We think it's separate. Is there a reward for tracking down and killing Jinn? Or banishing? Or I don't even know what to do with them.
I assume the Sultan would reward you fairly handsomely for keeping trouble out of the city and away from the citizens.
Okay.
Have you found something?
It's already in the city. we heard tell there was a rumor of a researcher that was let go over at the Friday Mosque after a argument and someone else turning up dead. And when we went to go investigate, it looks like he had performed a ritual to summon a jinn that may not have ended well for him, because there seems to be several casualties already. I believe the number was at 5. And we have
Casualties.
not been able to find him as of yet. We discovered this last night before we happened to come across our magical friend underneath the tree.
That is an interesting thing that you bring up because I have been busy with. Well, 2 of my men were killed and another 2 injured in a strange attack that I can only assume has something to do with magic. It was down in the south of the city. Where was this Jinn person that you found? Where did you track him?
Well, as I said, we could not find him. He's, the man who performed the ritual was Naeem. I forget if we got his last name.
Naim bin Kartal, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
We found his house,
And
and then
we
apparently
went
he
with,
was at the graveyard.
we know that he may have been there, but when we regrouped, we happened to go down into the tree and stop our druid, wizard, whatever he was.
Then he
And
is at
then,
large in the city.
indeed, because we never came across him in person, we found his rooms, and according to his journal, and then I'm going to pull it out because I still have it.
Nice.
I'm going to start going over what I've since I looked through it before. I'm going to go over and start showing here, here's what I've found so far, and this seems to be the ritual. This was his idea or whatever.
Mhm.
XYZ. Just go over that.
I
And
see. This is not good. I have 2 of the men. They have awoken from their injuries. If you wish to talk to them to see if there's any clues, I am not an expert in the matters of the Al-Ghaib, but if you think talking to them would be helpful, we must track down this
perhaps
Jinn at large.
I
Poses
agree.
quite
It
danger.
does not seem to be very helpful to anyone.
Thank you for the raid.
Thank you for the raid. Welcome
Hey,
in.
thank you guys. Welcome on in. We just started, so hopefully you'll be around for the chaos, and we may or may not come across a Jin. So see
There is
how
a
that
Jinn
goes.
at large in the city, and nothing bad could happen from that, surely.
I mean, it's already killed people. It'll be fine. We'll just give it a cupcake.
On top of the earthquake, the assassins, the druids, and the golden horde about to invade.
It's
Mhm.
it's a bustling city, as it were.
Just a standard Wednesday.
Sounds about right. It's Monday.
Someday. Friday, technically. All right.
Yeah,
I think
but
that
yeah. And then, oh, sorry, go on.
I think that Naim might be targeting the temple. The Friday temple.
I suppose it would make sense. He could go after them for revenge.
Isn't that what his journal said? That he wanted revenge
it
against the temple and the people who had.
It said he
Yeah, that.
was falsely accused, like he believed he was falsely accused of killing his fellow researcher, and he was angry about that, certainly.
But it's it is a lead, but we also don't know if he is in control of himself. Perhaps it is this Jin he summoned that is just using his body at the moment.
Are Naeem's enemies the Jinn's enemies?
But I have no idea. I don't know how this works.
I think it depends on how the summoning actually went.
I have no clue about these things. I just know if I was angry, I would go after the people who ruined my life.
It's a
Right,
good
well,
You
point.
let's-
have his house and you have where he might possibly attack. Do you think you can track him down with that information?
Yeah, let's talk to your
Please.
injured men. See what they say.
I will take you
And
to
then,
them.
just as a side note, seeing as we came over to Bengu's, and I, at no point, said that I remembered to disguise self
Mhm.
to not be a small little halfling-sized child with a furry face. That's what I've looked like every time I have seen Bengu.
Uh-huh.
Because when we went to the Sultan's meeting and stuff, I always tried to make sure that I had it, or if I didn't, I hid behind somebody and didn't
Now
draw
you're talking
attention to
about it
myself.
correctly.
Yeah, and so I did want to bring that up. I didn't use disguise self because I thought about it too late.
I rolled for her. She seems a little bit preoccupied at the moment to immediately clock, at least. That's what you get so far. The moment you remember, oh shit, I didn't wear my face today. You look at her and she seems to be thinking about
Okay.
this gin on the loose. So you can heave a sigh of relief for now. She takes you
Because-
to the tent where her two men are. Just pulling up some stuff. Big campaign, many notes, easy to get lost.
Ho ho! Another raid. Welcoming quest
Oh,
accepted.
thank you for the raid.
Hey, welcome
Raid?
on in.
Welcome
Raid.
in, buddies. Raid on raid. Oh god, now I feel like we have to up the ante
Step up
here.
our game.
Yeah. So you go into this tent where you see there's two bodies that are covered with cloth, and then another two men that are injured but sort of propped up. And they both seem to like rise up as much as they can and nod in respect to Bangul Nara walking in. And then they look to the rest of you. These are the men. This is Ayhan and this is Tulu. She introduces you the two of her soldiers that were injured.
How much
I
do you
can
want to
also
bet
take
when
you.
we find that Jin, since she's going to raise the ante now, that we're going to come across a Jin and the weird beast guy at the same time? For shits and giggles.
Give her ideas.
The ways
God.
of me are mysterious.
Well, the last thing I need is to fight another Jin-related person while you're having a panic attack from...
Oh shit! Make them explode! It'll be fine.
Nigamon will walk up to the two. And
Sorry.
how bad are their injuries? Are there cuts or...
There seem to be some sort of like scratches and like a little bit of festering of wounds and such like that, but it's not sword, weapon, or any sort of weapon wounds that stick out to you. It's not like a stab wound, it's not a slashing wound. In fact, if you want to inspect closer, I'll have you roll checks if you want.
Nigamon will look closer.
Mhm.
But he is unproficient.
It's okay. I'll give
I
you
think
base.
I'd like to. Sorry, I'd like to look as well, but more on the magical side of things, since you already said it's festering.
Mhm.
So I'd like to pop the side of the Gaib.
Okay.
Click that.
30-20
And-
for medicine.
Nice.
You comment with a
Solid
dirty 20.
check.
Go ahead and roll your Arcana, I would guess, Fenric, for me. With the. Let's say you can do it with. Yeah, that'll do.
I just happened to roll it straight.
All good. Nikument, you look at it from a medical perspective. You've seen a couple of injuries in the battlefield, and at some point you're now getting used to seeing poisons and spell injuries and the such. Definitely no known weapons that are causing these healing scars. There seem to be almost like black tendrils working their way from like where the cuts and the claw marks seem to be. There's like black tendrils that sort of tendril their way out. I can words. And It doesn't seem to be like burn scars, but it very much looks like some form of spell magic is at work here, though you're not sure exactly what it is. With Fenric's help, with a little bit of arcana and your know-how of magic coming in, it tells you that this is necromantic damage. Is sort of what's causing the skin and the tissue death that's around it. It's not what at first glance would assume to be like a festering wound or an infected wound. It's actually a spell that has settled into and caused this sort of injury and the necrotic damage that brings with it. Definitely necromancy. That much you can tell with the sight of the Gaib. Yeah, that's what you
Okey-doke.
get.
Musa just takes a peek, but he's not saying anything. Is Jim saying anything?
Jim is uncharacteristically quiet. In fact, he seems to be muttering in a low voice, almost too low for you to understand, but there's definitely a worried tone. He seems very agitated, even upon seeing this. If you want to ask more, you can.
I will step outside to talk to Jim a little bit more privately, not in front of a bunch of people who don't know about my condition.
I'll ask you to make either a performance or some sort of stealth check if you're trying to be subtle about it, just to see how well it goes.
I'll do stealth. 16.
Okay, not bad. You make sure at least there's nobody directly near you, and you start talking to Jim. What do you ask?
What is going on?
Telling you it's that Shamhuresh. We really shouldn't be investigating this. In fact, it's best if we leave it alone.
I would like to leave it alone, but there's a lot of gold on the table here.
If you're dead, we can't spend the gold, and I will have to go back to the Al-Gaib. It's not a favorable deal.
Do we really have to stick with these other humans? We can just strike out on our own again, go exploring tombs, dig up a couple of graves.
I could, but I'm having a lot of fun.
It is true. We are getting access to a lot of gold and good food.
So much money.
Musa, why do you want to help them, really?
Derek kind of reminds me of my father.
Daddy issues. Eesh. That's gonna be a rough one. I knew I should have gone for an older vessel. Teenagers.
It was your fucking temple that killed them.
Okay, well. Excuse me. It was not my temple. You came in there and I just happened to be hanging around. It was a fated meeting, if anything.
Right.
Not like I killed him. It was the rocks.
Did you make the rocks fall?
No. I would never do that to you, Musa.
You better
I just
not.
came when he was already, squished. Was that insensitive?
No.
What are you not telling me about this, Shamsuresh?
What do you want to know? What do you want to know about this guy? I'm telling you, it's a jinn. It's a powerful jinn that we shouldn't fuck with because he will fuck us.
Yes, so
What more do you want to know?
What does he do? Does his powers, are they the same as yours? Do they follow the same rules and guidelines?
Definitely not. He's like a different flavor. You know how, like, Bow Girl does different stuff from you, but you both end up killing people?
Okay.
Like that.
What kind of things does he do?
Give me a persuasion check or intimidation, if that's what you're trying to go for.
They're both the same.
Remember, you can roll real dice.
Yeah. It's not good.
Let's see how much he knows.
It is a 9 minus 1 for an 8.
9 minus 1 for an 8.
You know, Musa, I'm convinced that if I tell you any more, you're going to get in trouble. And if Asham Quresh is on the loose here, it is best that we don't go after it. Let it do what it wants. He's gonna kill a few people, do a little bit of trouble. We can focus on our secret mission, you know, the Stabby Hashashin. It's much more on our level.
Okay, and what happens when we accidentally find this guy and we don't know anything about him?
We run in the other direction and hope he doesn't follow us. You're good at running.
I'm great at running. But there have been a few times where we find ourselves backed into a corner.
Ah, well, fine. Kamhresh is a type of evil jinn that has control over both flame and illness. It is a bringer of bad luck through and through. Nothing good comes from associating with it. In fact, the poor fucker that summoned it did not know what he was getting into. It's probably already possessed.
I spit on the ground, brush my shoulders off, and turn around 3 times.
Yeah, good. Now I just gotta do that 6 more times, and there'll be less of a chance of him
What we
finding us.
we need a lucky rabbit foot. Keep your eye out.
Good idea.
Maybe some 4-leaf clovers, a horseshoe.
Anything that takes the evil eye off of us, a protection amulet.
Yeah, yes. Maybe we should go get one of those pieces of paper that the lady was selling.
Like the talismans. Yes, good idea. Write it down.
I'll head back inside.
Okay.
I'm just imagining Musa gathering all of this and putting it all together on like one big super lucky thing, like horseshoe, rabbit's foot dangling off the end of a chain, talisman, like
It is.
Do they multiply or do they cancel each other out?
It is very much. It would very much be giving Jack Sparrow, I got a jar of dirt. That's the kind of energy that Musa's looking for. Anything to convince him that nothing bad can happen to him.
Precautionary measures are good. As Moose is having this conversation, the 4 of you are still inside. Is there anything else that you want to do? Ask of the 3 of the soldiers.
Nikoman's going to lean over to Fenric and just say, how bad is it?
It's pretty bad. This is the same type of stuff found in the Gildamir's house. It's a necromantic. I'm going to be whispering like as quiet as I can, so that the guards don't hear me talking about necromantic energy and stuff.
Gotcha.
So I'm doing like that quiet, like, you know, doctor to doctor type talk. Holding up my hands, like, yeah, it's like
got it.
My the mask side of me is towards them, and I'm also holding up my hand so they can see none of my face to give anything away.
Very good.
Yes.
Well, you see, not Arian. There's so many characters.
Bingo.
Bungo seems a little bit like she's frowning a little bit. She's like shifting her weight from foot to foot. She seems a little bit impatient and just waiting for you guys to declare what you want to do or how she can head to it.
Well, it's okay. Yeah, no, it is. It is. I would say it's pretty bad. This is
So-
not good kind of magic to be around. We need to know where they got attacked. Maybe they would tell us what he looked like, etc.
So guys, tell us what he looked like. What happened? How did he attack you?
Well, we were in patrol. The Sultan has told our general, our leader,
to be on guard in this city. There's lots of strange comings and goings, so we heard strange rumors about a specific alley down south near the gate that is leading to the Grand Bazaar. This gate right here. Which is also close to Naeem's house that you have visited previously. We heard strange rumors, and a small contingent of us went to investigate. 4 of us. We entered the alley, and there was this abandoned building, and all of our hair sort of stood up the closer we got to it. And when we entered, it was pitch darkness, unlike anything I'd ever seen. There were screams, whispers. Those of us that got injured, it felt like cold, like the very life leaching out of our bodies. Tulu and I managed to run, but the other 2 were further inside. We never saw them run out, and we went there an hour later with reinforcements. All we found were the 2 bodies of the soldiers, and heard that there were some other civilians nearby who had also been attacked or died.
As they recount this story, I spit on the ground, brush my chest off, and spin around 3 times.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry,
Right.
we cannot do more.
Nikaman's gonna kind of gather the group, kind of a few steps away from the hospital beds, and just say, "We going after the Jinn? What do you guys think?"
We could just focus on the assassins.
Do you have any leads on the assassins?
No.
Arian,
Don't
what do you
think it
think?
would be very good.
I'm a little bit nervous about going after a Jinn. Also, on the other hand, I think out of anybody in the city, we're probably the only ones that could handle a Jinn.
Are you speaking so that Bungu and the other 2 can't hear you? Are you trying to be subtle? Or no?
We kind of huddled up. I gathered everyone to huddle up a little bit away.
Gotcha.
Football huddle.
Yeah. Fenric, what do you think?
I don't think it would be a very good to leave it running around, letting it do what it wants. It is dangerous, but what haven't we done that it's in? Would it be any more dangerous than going down into a tunnel full of assassins that we knew were there?
Yes, very.
So,
We're going for him?
This Shamharesh is not your average run-of-the-mill Jinn.
I've never met a Jinn before, so I wouldn't know.
Yes, you have. I'm right here.
Trust me. The average Jinn is not so bad. This guy is much bigger, much nastier. He plays with fire and disease.
but who's going to take care of him if we don't take care of him?
Why do we have to take care of him? I have lived a long time by not fighting things I don't have to fight, and only winning the fights that I have to.
Nikaman's going to stand up from the huddle, point, kind of aim over towards Bango, and says, "If we take out the Jinn, we're going to get a big reward, right?"
As much as I can get for you, yes. If you need me or any of my soldiers to accompany you, we are willing to do it. This is a personal matter now. They have attacked my men.
Then he'll huddle back in again. All right, we got extra people to help.
I'm gonna shoulder bump Musa real quick and be like, Musa, she come with us. You see her fight again. You fight with her.
I could
And then just
also
kind of do the eyebrow
die
wiggle to let
right
him
next to
finish
her.
the thought on his own.
I could also die right next to a woman that doesn't love me in any given street. You see
So-
Maybe
those
she see you
wounds?
in no light.
Yes, we're in. Are we in? It seems like everyone's saying yes, even though we're scared.
I am. I don't think
My-
we need to leave this run around the city. I don't. It could do untold amounts of damage, especially after the trick, the joke that Hashashin pulled and caused the earthquake. Now is perfect time for something big bad to run around and cause even more havoc.
How about we do votes? All for going after the djinn, raise your hand.
Musa, you said you were in. I know we're all hesitant, but
If Derek goes, I will go.
Someone send Dottie a text message. Although
get
he's
to
probably
RP.
trying to sleep.
You get to RP for Derek. Sorry.
Derek,
It's all good. We have Jensen. Jensen, what does Derek do?
channeling my
Yeah.
inner Donnie, Derek would look at
Uh-huh.
Musa and just be like, quit being a bitch.
Derek stabs him. There we go.
Good idea. Perfect.
so we're in. What's our plan? Head for the Friday Mosque first. Head back to Naeem's house. See if we can find him on the way. What do you guys think?
I think perhaps poke around the cemetery, see what we can find, then go to the mosque later.
Okay.
I will whisper under my breath so that maybe only the group can hear it. Jim, are you able to sense when he is around?
Oh, I hate when you ask me these questions. Yes, technically. Technically, you can use me like a little radar and I will ping when he is nearby.
What is a radar?
Well, you'll get it in a couple centuries.
Okay. Well. Okay. I'll look at the group and I go, you know how sometimes you can knock on a wall and then it makes a weird sound and you know there's something there?
Yeah.
I think I can do that and find Naeem.
Where's the cemetery from here? Do you guys know?
I don't know if we know.
There's a graveyard by the Friday Mosque.
Yeah, there
Mhm.
is.
Yeah, there is that one.
There can be several graveyards. There are a few mosques within the city. You know of the Northern Mosque as well. There is an Ali Mosque somewhere within the northeastern part of the city.
I think we
I
should
forget
bring...
which graveyard it was specified in the book. Can I look
The
through?
one that specified in the book was the one next to the Friday Mosque.
Okay.
Can we bring Bangu into this conversation? Because we're going to need her help.
Nikon was just standing up to
Yeah.
do that and say,
Like-
all right, Bango, we're in, but this is damn dangerous. We're
As all three of us just look over at her.
yeah.
She
gonna
just
kind of-
raises the driest eyebrow. Good.
I'm
Somebody
going
hurt
to like
my
kind of ask her, like wave her over real quick.
She takes a few hesitant steps and then, yes.
From looking at those men, it is using the guy. Well, we already thought it is, but that kind of damage is necrotic in a way. It is the skin and the tissue. It is not just bleeding or something. It is dead.
I know of the ways of shamans. Try not to get hit. Stab it until it dies, yes?
Yes, but also, yeah, as we said, it's very dangerous. Don't know
know.
too many particulars about it, but
Furthermore, if you come along with us, you must promise 2 things. 1, anything you see while we are fighting, you keep under utmost secrecy. And 2, you take me to dinner. And not in the, hey, I like you, let's have dinner kind of way, but I'm going to need a good dinner if we survive this.
You do know that I have been through several battles and am one of the Sultan's most trusted people in his inner circle. Yes, I can keep a secret. As for dinner, I will bring all of you collectively as a group for some nice food. Afterwards, I treat.
Deacon's gonna turn to Musa like,
Deal?
Deal.
She extends a hand.
I'll spit in my hand and shake her hand.
She shakes it. And then she goes and gets a cloth and cleans it.
Then I'm going to spit on the ground, brush myself off, and turn in a circle 3 times.
Right. You see, she sort of double checks all of her armor is fastened, make sure her sword's there. Where do we start?
all right, first plan. We know he was playing around in graveyards, or Naeem was, and we know Naeem had he was angry at the Friday Mosque, so that's our first plan to head that direction. It's pretty close. We'll see if he's there.
if
not-
you wanted to bring guards, I would suggest none too many. I don't know what kind of things he could do. If he causes a big explosion, he could hurt very many people all at once. If,
will have
if
to
you want
clue
to
in.
bring anybody, only bring those that are strong and that you could really trust.
I will have the Kloberin keep civilians out of the area. I will head inside with you. I would not have more men injured on my behalf.
Okay.
Can
think
you
that is
also do
smart.
us a favor and send Tamir Malik a message and let him know that you are coming to help us willingly, and should you die, it is not our fault. Call it a death waiver. I don't want to
Sure,
be
I can do
blamed
that.
if you die.
You see, she sort of lets out this sharp whistle, and there's like a little scrawny boy that comes in, and she sort of speaks to him really quickly in Mongolian. And he nods, and he looks like a messenger boy, and he really quickly runs off as well.
Can I
Done.
tell the boy in Mongolian? Run fast.
Okay. Yes, sir.
And he runs off.
And then I wink at Bangu. Like, hey, I know
just shake my head.
I know Mongolian.
If at first you don't succeed, just keep digging that grave, right?
He's a blunt object.
I know.
Yeah, Aryan just shakes her head like, oh, gives Bangu a sympathetic glance. Like, I'm so sorry you have to deal with that.
You see, she appreciates the support at the very least. All right, it is heading into almost like 10 a.m., 11-ish. Do you want to head
So-
to the graveyard?
Yeah, let's head to the graveyard first, and
Well,
Musa will tell
wanted
us
to
if he's close.
You wanted to stop by Igor's.
That's on the other side of the
Igor's-
city, and my
Now,
thing will take a long
Fox said
time.
Fox said that he was over in the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, but
and
we're up
I
in
was
the war
not-
camp.
oh,
Yeah, we're
closer to the
north-
Friday
true. Yeah,
Mosque.
no, we're over
we're
there.
north central. Yeah.
Yeah, brain is braining and not in the right places right now.
It's all good.
Before
Just a
we get to the graveyard, I'm going to leave Shirun and Buri tied together, so that the dog stays with the horse, and the horse is going to take care of the dog.
Gotcha. All right.
Burry
They
can
make a-
hang out on in Gobi's.
All I can picture is
You
the
were over there.
harnesses they make the for the military dogs, and then just
Uh-huh.
hook him to the
Oh.
side of Shirun.
It's the cutest fucking thing ever. Yes. All right.
I was just gonna say Gobi or bleh. Burry could hang out in Gobi's palanquin. Just hang out in the shade. Right
Yeah.
there inside.
That too. All of your
Anyway,
mounts.
the dog is going to be with Shirun.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah,
I
They're all
trust
hanging
the horse.
nearby the Friday Mosque. There's like a place where you can. There's enough of a clearing where you can gather wherever you want to hang out there. You see a small contingent of Coolbear and the Ashbringers come with Bangul Nara, and they go to the streets surrounding the graveyard, the two entrances that there are to it, and they sort of block, leaving one open for you guys to head inside. You just gonna walk straight up? What do you got for me?
First I'll walk a lap around the block, asking Jim, "What do you think? Is this the place?"
Let's see. I want you to roll some sort of check for me, but what kind of check do you think would work here? Something to do with your Jinn. How well connected you are to your Jinn.
I don't know what that would be.
If not, I'll just roll a flat roll and see. These two. You can do charisma. What do you think? You can do a strength check. What do you?
Constitution. How
Constitution.
connected you are.
Yeah, that could work.
I can do that.
Yeah, do a Constitution check for me.
Dirty 20.
You see over the course as you attempt to meld a little bit, mind meld to borrow a little bit of Star Trek technology, with Jim a little bit more to try and feel what he's feeling. Bridge that gap between worlds. You feel his presence is a little stronger, and you begin to feel some of his emotions bleed into you, and you begin to feel a little bit more of his power bleed into you as well. Just like every time you blink, every couple of blinks, there's a different sort of outlook on the world. There's a haze through which you can see the magic emanating off Fenric, off of Aryun's bow, and of Meekman's person as well.
Whoa.
You blink again, it disappears. And the closer you get to the graveyard, there's a pull in the center of your stomach. Just this feeling of attraction, like something is pulling you, something much stronger, much more powerful is just there. It gives you that sort of gut-wrenching feeling.
It's this way, and I think we should go that way.
We're going to try and kill the Jinn. We should go in quietly. That trick you did when we went into the fight the druid, we could do that and then get the drop on him, and he won't know we're there.
One question. If you use magic around a magical creature, can they sense it?
Oh.
Who are you asking?
Jim.
Depends on the creature, honestly.
Well, from what do you know? If I were to do the trick that makes us all
If
sneaky.
I was paying attention, maybe. But if I'm not, hard to. In fact, the magic that I lend you essentially suppresses all of us from sight, but also from the minds of anybody that looks. It makes people more prone to overlooking us, essentially.
We can try.
Okay. Then when we see him, we attack him.
It is as good a way to die as many others. And I will go ahead and cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay, give me a second.
I will remember to do a mage armor.
I'm gonna activate a scene.
As like I'm gonna I don't know if this graveyard has like the classic tombstones or if it's marker stones, but if it's tombstones or something, I'm gonna like duck behind one so I'm not in view of just like the street.
You're approaching what looks like the entrance. It is day, although there seems to be some sort of just natural mist and fogginess that hangs around the graveyard. You cast Mage Armor on yourself. And Musa, Pass Without a Trace is active.
Okay.
If you see the entrance in front of you, you can...
Stealthy stealth.
Stealth? Alright, I'll have stealth checks from everybody then.
Don't forget the plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
29.
Damn.
22.
Okay.
I don't know if I trust the virtual, so I'm gonna try a real.
Okay.
Okay, could have been worse. That's a 13 plus 2 plus 10, 25.
Does Derek have advantage on stealth checks? Is the question.
I would be
I think he has a
surprised if
minimum.
doesn't.
He does have a minimum. I just
Don't think he has advantage.
No?
okay.
I'd have thought he would.
Derek rolled a 32. Musa rolled a 20.
Damn.
Bengu?
Bangu. Right, I have multiple characters to take care of. Stealth plus 10, you say. Bangu rolled a 19 with a plus 10. Goodness, that was a nat 1. Fantastic. This bodes well for my luck. I'm gonna roll a perception check.
Good thing you had the runner send out that if she dies, it's not our fault.
Yeah. Okay. You are fairly sneaky. Bungo is watching your back. She's right at the back, so who's going up front? The gates of
I go
cemetery
up
are
front.
closed but not locked.
Nikaman gives Musa kind of like a little shoulder check. We got this.
I appreciate the enthusiasm.
If you
Doors
all
are in
go
front of
down, I will heroically run and keep you all in my thoughts and prayers for the rest of my life.
Just don't run unless all of us go down.
Okay.
Nikaman tries for the door.
you. All right, go ahead. Swings open quietly. Even without a creak, it appears to be well oiled. The sight that greets you, there is various plots of cemeteries, mausoleums, various different fates are displayed, but they tend to be more graves with markers scattered about all over the place. And in the distance, among this sort of fog hanging around this area, you see a figure, humanoid, looks like a man, just sort of hunched over, standing still, unmoving. It doesn't seem to be wearing armor or anything special within their clothes, just rough spun, ominous clothes. There's some sort of hair wrap or turban around their head. Standing there, head hanging.
Nikaman's going to ease in, gently, still stealth, and he's going to kind of keep to the left. And he'll point for everyone else, kind of like, there's a guy over there. I don't know if he's our guy, but there's a guy.
How's that feeling in my stomach as I look at this guy?
The bottom of your stomach just drops from underneath. Whatever the source is, right there. That's what it is.
Nikaman will kind of whisper to Musa, do we jump him or do we try to talk? What do we do?
I can try to talk.
I think we just kill him.
There will be much negotiating.
First thing. I'm gonna signal to everybody if I can to get ready. Shield is out. I'll silently draw my other axe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll wait till they all enter into here if they can.
You guys seem a little tense. I don't get it.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
no,
We
my
just-
my yeah,
I'd like
my
to sneak
staff
up
is
to about
ready,
here.
and
Uh-huh.
I'd like to hold a spell, but that always gets funky.
It's a concentration.
I am going to rage before combat starts, and then yell
Nice.
something.
And then
What do you got?
okay, yeah, before you yell, please. Just I like to do my innate sorcery to get it out of the way since it lasts for a minute, and I know we're about to do this.
Okay.
And then if possible, I'd like to hold a spell for as soon as, shit hits fan and we get into this.
All right. What spell are you holding?
I would like to hold slow.
Slow. Okay. Got it.
I'm holding an attack action.
Anybody else?
The moment Musa runs in, Nikuman's going to cast Summon Fae on the fuming spirit, and he's going to cast it near the guy.
Okie dokie. So all three of you are concentrating on something, holding something. We'll say Bungo is doing the same. You get that chance. What do you want to do, Musa, as you rage and yell?
So as that energy takes over from Jim, that exchange that we have, the air starts to shimmer around me. His voice kind of clears up a little bit, and you hear him go, "Shamharesh, you need to leave this place."
The man slowly turns to you, and you see this older gentleman, gray, mostly gray beard, but there's streaks of like black in between. And he has this really weathered face. Doesn't seem very powerful or anything in particular about him. Very bookish. Clearly doesn't do like manual labor or any sort of work like that. And he just sort of turns to you, and his eyes, there's something sorrowful and blank within them as he just raises his gaze to look at you. I didn't do it. Nobody believes me. I didn't do it. And his voice changes, the register drops, and the temperature around him increases as there is almost like a cracking as his body seems to twitch and jolt. And as he sort of convulses, there is a dark gray smoke that rises from within his throat and out of his mouth, sort of pouring out and covering him. As it forms into a torso, but no legs, that just sort of falls to the ground. This plume of smoke, a head that rises, and horns coming out. And in one hand, you see the smoke coalesces into like this long, wicked looking scimitar. And fire just sort of crawls all around this creature that has now surrounded his body. And what you see looks just a little bit like. Let me show you. Just a little bit like this.
Mm-hmm.
And he turns to you
cool.
and he says, "You don't even know what you're fighting, do you, little child? Come, whet my appetite." And I'll have everybody roll initiative, please.
Rolled a 13.
Okey-dokey.
Can I get
Jenner
my
got it.
Summon Fae spell off?
Yep, we'll do all of that. I just want your initiative rolls off, and then we'll have you do your prepared actions.
Okay.
But
Jenner
before
came
that,
out with a 7.
Derek needs to roll.
How the hell did I roll highest?
Interesting.
Booty, we
Bunker
can't hear
rolled
you,
higher
bud.
than you, luckily enough.
Thanks for the subscription, Jensen.
Thank you,
Derek
Jensen.
rolled a
Hey,
thank
12.
you.
Musa rolled a 16.
Mhm.
Nicoman rolled a 10. Or I should say, I rolled really poorly. It's just what happens.
Sorry. In the picture, in his left hand, that ball of like burning gunk is cool and also horrible.
Can't wait to see it in practice, can you? With that, we'll have one by one you go through your prepared actions. Let's start with Fenric since you're at the top.
Alrighty.
What you want to do?
I'm gonna drop a slow on it. There was. It has me.
There.
So that's a DC 17 Wisdom save.
Okay, let me roll for him because it automatically does it. I don't want it to do it automatically.
Oh, come on, but I like that automatic roll because it came out with a fail.
It's advantage. It didn't even account for that.
Oh.
Okay, you
So
rolled a 20 total.
Oof. I'd like to attempt to make it fail with a bend luck, if I can. It's a immediately after another creature you can see rolls a d20 for a d20 test. I can use my reaction.
To force him to
do-
reroll?
You just used your
It's not a-
reaction.
Yeah, when
You
you
used
hold
your
the...
reaction to
held
cast
action
the
as a
spell.
reaction?
Yep.
Yeah, you prepare the
The
The rules
action, and
play
then
right here.
it's your reaction is what releases it.
Oh, okay. Didn't know I can't do it.
Okay. With a 20, he saves, but good try. Describe what your slow spell looks like for me, just a little bit.
I think that that my slow is going to be kind of like a heat shimmery wave that pulls out of the head of my staff as it kind of rolls forward across the ground and kind of hugs it, and everything inside seems to just start moving sluggishly from like the grass moving. Everything just seems to have a general lethargy to it.
Mm-hmm. All right. You see, Sham Harish turns to look at you directly in the eyes, its burning pupils looking at and through you, and he just sort of cracks his neck. Reminds me of home. And it doesn't seem to be affected.
Damn. I was really
Who's
hoping
next?
that would work.
It's a good try. Musa, I believe. Did you hold something?
No, but as part of the bonus action that let me rage, I do get to move half my movement speed.
Go ahead.
That gets me there.
All right. Arun,
I'm going to shoot him twice.
go ahead.
Gonna use a poison attack, see if it does anything. 13 misses.
Misses.
Oops, I didn't want to do the poison attack the second time. Well, I'll do it.
You see, he just sort of cuts out with his flaming scimitar and just cuts your arrow from midair.
16 misses.
Same with the second. Moving at inhuman speeds.
Okay, that's me.
All right. Derek
Oh.
Nicoment.
Nicoman's gonna cast. Well, Derek.
I forgot I was moving Derek. I don't think... I think Derek would have had his short bow ready. He'd take a shot.
Okay.
$13?
Misses.
Okay.
It seems Derek has not been practicing with his short bow lately. It goes wide. Nicoment.
Nicoman is going to place his fuming. Spirit, right there. And that's
Here?
No, it was up there.
Up there, okay.
Yeah. Apparently I placed 2. And that's his held action.
Alright. With Nickman's held action being done, Bunko's gonna use hers to just move up 30 feet to get a little bit closer in, charging behind Musa. And with that, I think it's a good place for you to sit in that anxiety just a little bit as we take a little break. And we'll be back in about 6 to 10 minutes, so go ahead, fill your water, grab some snacks, and just get in for combat after that.
Don't forget, we're raising for all the raiders who joined us. We are raising money for Extra Life, which helps raise money for the Children's Miracle Network Hospital. Specifically, we're raising money for MAC Kids in Ontario, and you can find the link in chat or down below. We've already smashed our $300 goal, so feel free to peruse our page, and we'd love if you would help us support life-saving treatment for kids. In the meantime, we'll be right back after this break. All right, we're back. We're definitely not gonna die.
Well, I'll try my best. Let's go from the top of initiative with Bungu going first. Let me see. She can get up to, what is it? She can get up to here. Let's see. She's gonna attack with her saber first. 20, I believe, hits. Where's her damage? $2d8 plus 7. Okay. She does 2 attacks, so let's try again. And 25, I believe, hit. Another 2d8 plus 7. Another 16, alright. 32 damage from her. That is her turn. Fenric, you're up.
Alright. Fenric's plan. It didn't work the first time? Try again. I'm going to attempt a second cast of slow, but I'm going to quicken spell it.
He took half of her slashing damage. He is resistant to non-magical, it seems.
Fine. And I'm not going to put the big old template down because it's going to try to grab everybody around him too. I can target it just at him.
Okay. Do you want to pop the spell out for me?
Yeah. Yep. Sorry. Just here we go. Cool. I didn't have to place it. Yeah, it's a DC 17 Wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, he got another 20?
Yeah, he rolled a 16 and a 2.
Alright, well, I'm going to bend luck this one because I still have my reaction.
Okay, so you're going to make him roll again or roll again?
No, it's not a reroll. Bend luck is basically I get to Bane or Bless a creature I see.
I see.
Because since I have Silvery Barbs, but it's another leveled spell, I don't think I can do that.
Probably not.
Yeah. So
okay,
I will.
So you
will
give him a -4.
Minus D4.
I have to roll it. Hopefully it's a. Of course it's.
Describe how this goes. For me, how you attempt to do so.
It's. Fenric's gonna like see it. The first one failed and be like, "Frick," and then just in his consternation, try it again, and then give it a little bit of extra whoosh, a little bit of extra flair as he throws it out to try to give it that little bit of extra, and it doesn't work.
The Shamharish this time doesn't even bother to look at you as you feel whatever you try and grasp him with your magic just seems to slip off of him, like trying to catch a greased pig or the equivalent. Just hard to get a hold of him because he's technically possessing the body, but he's a creature from another plane. Hard to get the grasp and to get that slow to sink in and take effect. But anything else what you would like to do with your turn?
Yeah, for my full regular action, I'm gonna hit him with a sorcerer's burst. Advantage because innate sorcery. 23 to hit. For shits and giggles, we will make it psychic. See how that goes.
Okay.
Oh, that was so close to getting an 8. That was a 9 damage.
He takes the full damage.
And I believe that's my turn for the moment.
Okay.
I tried, guys.
It is time for my Sham Harish. Let's see what I've got for him. See, that one's nice. Okay. He has a couple of attacks. He's gonna move up to here, around Bungu, technically sort of flowing above and around her. For his first attack, he's gonna try and do his just a regular attack. Let me select her. Thank you. He's gonna slash out with his scimitar as he just sort of is above her. She is going to attempt to use parry. But it still goes through. That's a 24 to hit her for 14 damage, which she takes. And I believe he has heated body. Okay, not from that. Touches a Jin, hits it. So not that. He's gonna keep. He can't really get to you, so. How annoying. That's okay. He'll try something else with his second action. He's gonna go for an infectious touch. With one hand holding the fiery saber, with his second, he's going to use that cloud of energy that he seems to be holding in his other hand. With a 20, it hits. Damn it, rolling good. Against my own people. That's going to be 11 damage. And I believe she has to make a save. Constitution save throw. Welcome back, Deathglare. She passes, so she is not diseased. That is alright. And for his third, he is going to do his infectious cloud. You see that
is
little
big fucking template.
Yep. He has that cloud of like roiling black, purplish, and green energy in his left hand, and he just sort of crushes it and throws it onto the ground, and it extends like a smoke bomb. Like went off. It's this green, noxious fume that extends out from him. That is his infectious cloud. 60-foot radius. Cloud of disease extends from the Shamharish. Okay, I need every living creature, so all of you, to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
And this is against a disease?
Yes.
I have advantage.
Nikaman's going to use
23.
lucky.
21.
22 for Nikaman.
16 with advantage for Musa.
Bungu rolled a 14. Bungu.
Oh.
You're gonna kill my
DC
bag.
was 14 though, wasn't it?
Yeah. She's
Just
cutting it
makes
close.
it.
Does the Fey creature roll one as well, I believe?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and Derek.
So fast. Derek as well.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, hang on. I forget Derek's a thing. Con save?
Yes, please.
Oh,
The fuming spirit got on 21.
Okay. It seemed everybody passed. It seems when he tries to do this attack, it spreads slowly enough for you all to like cover your mouths and not breathe any of it in, and then it dissipates. Whatever it is, it took no root in anybody near it, it seems. But that is its turn for now, Musa.
Musa has that familiar kind of desert heat wave around him, but I think instead of like a normal like ripply wave, it almost looks like it's shivering a little bit.
Mhm.
And then he's going to back up 10 feet and then use his action to he's going to do a defensive offense. He's going to charge forward 15 feet. I guess I would have only had to have back up 5 because I would bump into his space. And I need a DC 14 Dex saving throw.
Okie dokie. That is a 10.
Okay, so he's going to
He
take...
doesn't seem to want to dodge at all. He just doesn't think you're much of a threat.
He's going to take 3d6 piercing damage, and it is magical.
Okay.
The shield is magical. So that's 12.
He takes it.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to use... is it Power Beyond the Body or Power Unleashed? I always forget. I'm going to use Power Unleashed. Oops. I have to target. And try to pull him 5 feet to the side this way.
Okay. This is a strength saving throw, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna roll for him. I hate it when it automatically rolls. I really need to change that. Strength saving throw. Yep, that misses 10. Go ahead.
Okay, so he moves 5 feet to the side this way.
Okay. He gets yanked to the side. Jim seems to enjoy yanking his chain for a change.
And that's my turn.
Alright, buddy, you're up.
Okay. So I'm going to move over here. And then I'm going to use my Mask of the Wolf to give myself advantage.
Okay.
And this is magical. 27 to hit.
Definitely hits.
6 points of damage.
Okay.
Then because I hit, I get advantage.
Mhm.
Another 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Can he make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw?
Yep. Give me a second. That's
My.
10.
He's afraid until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna action surge,
Okie dokie.
and then I'm gonna attack him 2 more times. I need to get myself a more powerful bow.
You need to get yourself some better arrows, girl.
11 points of damage.
Mhm.
I mean, it's still doing magical damage, so it's not.
That's true.
Oh, critical hit
Nice.
for
nice.
30.
Mhm.
13 points of damage. Woo! Guys, I rolled 13. Woo!
Hey, you've chipped him down to double digits already.
Oh, there we go.
double
That's my
digits,
turn.
Derek, buddy, you're up.
All right. Derek is going to... bonus action dash and flank this thing. And he's going to take his attack with the Dagger of Alamut.
Okay.
And it's +2 from flanking. 27 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Do you need me to track the? He's going. So he would do 4d6 sneak attack damage, but he's gonna do 3d6, and he needs a DC 15 Dex saving throw, or this guy will be prone.
DC 15 dexterity save. Okay, give me a second. 22.
Okay, so he's not prone, but he does take, hopefully, 36 points of damage. 10 of that is poison, if it matters.
He doesn't take the full because of that poisoned. He will take some, though.
And then follow-up attack with the other Dagger of Alamut. Because
He
he
rolled max
has...
damage on the piercing damage.
Yeah.
Because he does have the Nick Mastery. It's 2. That is a 24 to hit for
Hits.
12 more points of damage. 4 of that is poison.
He will take 8.
And unfortunately, I used his bonus action to dash, so that is Derek's turn.
Okay.
Sorry, Donnie, if he dies, it's not my fault.
Right. Nikaman, seeing everyone go to town on this thing, is going to change his plan a little bit.
Mhm.
And he's going to rush up himself. And we see the djinn floating up above, but do we still see the body of the person he's floating out of?
It basically has covered his body, and you can't see the human at first glance. If you want to search for it, I'll say you can try. But that will take an action.
But the djinn's floating above the person, reaching out, attacking.
Imagine
or
like
over the
his
person.
entire upper half has become like a smoke being, like literally.
Okay. All right, got it. And did you say he got knocked over or not?
He did not fall prone, no. He's a baby.
Okay. All right, Nikaman's gonna hit him with his hammer. He's gonna rush up. He's all enthused because he thinks we're kicking this thing's ass. He's gonna hit it with the hammer.
What do you mean he thinks we are kicking this thing's ass?
And he's gonna make this radiant damage.
Okay.
For 17 points of radiant damage. That's max, by the way.
Bludgeoning. Is your maul magical? This is
Mm,
radiant damage, not bludgeoning.
no,
so
but it's
fine.
radiant damage, yeah.
Yeah, got it. It's just not automating it as radiant. Do it manually.
And then Nikaman's going to use Topple, so he's got to make a DC 16, DC 16 Constitution saving throw, where he gets knocked prone.
He's immune to prone.
He doesn't get knocked prone.
He has no
Nico's-
leggies.
Well, the guy he's floating out of has legs, but Nikaman's gonna attack again, swing them all back around, slam this guy, and Nikaman's smiling because nothing can go wrong. And he misses. And then Nikaman's gonna yell out, "Get him, little guy!" And this little red-capped elf is gonna step out around a grave marker, and he looks pretty angry.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to disappear suddenly, and then he's gonna appear right next to the guy, and he gets advantage on his first attack
Okay.
with his Fey Blade.
I think having that red cap's mustache would be so much fun.
It gives him power.
And this is force damage.
Okay.
That's 11 force damage. And because it's a level 4 spell, he gets to attack twice.
Gotcha.
But this one's just a straight roll.
Still hits.
19 plus 4. And that's 12 force damage.
All right.
And that is just before Nikuman ends his turn. Nikuman's going to turn a look to Moose and be like, really? We were panicking over this?
All right. At initiative turn 20, I'm gonna give him some fun things to do to up the ante. You know, we can't have him die too easily. It's not fun. He's gonna. Okay, all of those who attacked him. So I need the Fey Spirit, Derek, Nikumand, Musa, and also Bungu. What you didn't notice was that there seemed to be some sort of glowing, almost like, I don't want to say glitter, but once you attacked him, there was like explosions of like that smoke wherever you slashed, and it landed on your clothes. At this point, it ignites.
That just
so-
melee attacks?
Yes.
Okay, sweet.
Within 5
What's worse
feet.
is this is magic glitter, so it really sticks.
It never comes out.
These people are gonna catch fire. I'm gonna roll.
Oh no,
2d10
Bengu's gonna
fire.
wonder what I was doing.
Wow, I rolled like shit.
Danger
all of
glitter.
all of you are gonna take 4 fire damage, and you are under a burning condition. So all 5 of you. Let me find the burning.
Excuse me?
You take 4 fire damage. Please apply that to yourselves. I'll
Uh-huh.
apply for Bungu. And your clothes are on
On
fire
Excuse me?
as it ignites. You are excused.
I smell bacon.
Let's see. Oh, there is a burning condition. Perfect. I couldn't find it.
Nice. That's pretty.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Did you apply the burning to the damage to Derek?
I did not. I will
Okay, please
now.
apply the damage to him. And I will give you all the effects. So pretty, look at them.
That is. That's a really cool burning.
Very nice.
It does a
Alright,
good job of not being like an obvious cycle.
Mhm.
There's enough flow and motion to it. It's just
gotta thank whoever animated these. Good job. Alright, all of these people. Okay, those who are concentrating. That's Nikumand. Says you're concentrating on something?
Yeah. I'm
You're gonna have to make
concentrating
your-
on the elf.
Yeah, you have to make a
Yep.
DC 10 con save.
not supposed to be concentrating. It still had concentration from when I tried to cast slow. So I'm not
Natural
actually
20.
concentrating.
You're fine. Your thing is still up. So, was this still your turn or are you done?
I'm done. It somehow came back to me.
Don't worry about it. On Bungu's turn, she is going to use her action to put out the fire. To get rid of the burning condition. By rolling around. That is going to be her action. Since she didn't take the attack, she doesn't get the attack. She's going to keep staying there and look for alternative options. Fenric.
Alrighty. Slow didn't work. We're just gonna try to bolt.
Mhm.
So, before I hit the button, remember, quicken spell first.
I mean, you remember.
Yes, quicken spell first. And I'm going to quicken spell a witch bolt.
Mhm.
And we're going to upcast it to second.
Calvin.
Attack advantage. That is a 27 to hit.
That hits.
And we are going. It is lightning. As he takes a whopping. Wow, that was actually nice damage. 25 damage.
Good stuff.
And I don't need that.
I want you to describe your attack as you sort of disintegrate its connection to the human body. Your witch bolt sort of surrounds it, affecting both the body that it's possessing and like its immaterial form. What do you think happens?
I think rather than like it's as it leaves the head of my staff, because I'm trying to focus everything through it as much as possible so that I don't do the obvious I am inherently magical. I am just using the magic.
Mhm.
As it leaves the staff, it's one solid stream, but then right as it's about to impact the Jinn, it kind of erupts into almost like a net type look as it starts primarily hitting the Jinn, but then some of the arcs and stuff will like bounce through and hit the guy underneath because of that's just light.
Whatever you do causes the Jinn to split from the mortal's body, and the old man below him just sort of flops over prone underneath, while this roiling mass of cloud continues to stay there. As you complete the first round, give me a second to do some stuff.
Phase 1.
Welcome to
Phase
phase
2.
2.
Fight.
Phase 2. Fight.
Nice.
This
Finish
guy's
him.
gonna be here unconscious and prone. There you go. So many things to do all at the same time.
Hmm?
Goodness gracious.
Just happy I rolled decent damage off of that. It could have been so much more disappointing,
Did.
but
Loud.
Oh, sorry.
I like it.
It's good music. It just was loud.
Sorry, I forgot to turn the volume down automatically.
Yes.
All right. Time for phase 2. So you take him down out of his phase 1. I will say you can keep your witch bolt. I'm just going to edit a couple things on my side.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready, because I can follow it up with a bonus, full action.
Yep, just one moment.
Yep. All good.
Would have preferred for this phase to a little bit better, but that's okay. Sometimes you just gotta fix things on the go.
It's all good.
What's a stream without scuff?
Right? Plus, you gotta
It's like
make
when
this fun.
It's like when you go to NASCAR. You're not there to watch the cars go in circles. You're waiting for the one guy to screw up and cause a big wreck.
That's disturbing. That's
Yeah, you go to a fight and sometimes a hockey game breaks out. That's a joke that crosses borders, so.
okay. Whatever you say.
I'm just saying, we got Canadians in the group. They like hockey, supposedly.
Well,
Supposedly.
I
Although
don't, but
they- yeah. I wouldn't either if I lost in the Olympics.
honestly, I didn't watch any of the Olympics, so
God, you're so unflappable. You stick it to booty.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
normally I'd make that shot at Donnie, but he's not here, and I'm playing Donnie, so
Yep.
Take a shot at yourself, dog.
I do that every day in the mirror.
That's not
Then-
healthy.
It's like, no,
Um,
it's why I'm here, is so we don't do that.
Let me see here. Where does it say form of the gape? Let's see. Projects. Oh, okay. You can continue. His body separates from the physical form. The man drops out, but he still seems to hold his shape. It doesn't seem to be gone. In fact, the fire within his scimitar seems to burn even a little bit brighter than before, a little bit more furiously. And your friends are still on fire. Keep going.
Alright. And so as I cast the lightning out of the head of the staff, I'm going to use like my left hand to quickly just go through some motions and then yeet this ball of energy. It's going to be a 22 to hit,
That hits. Go ahead.
and we're just going to keep it psychic because it worked last time. For 13 damage.
That works.
And that's it for now.
He sort of clutches his head a little bit with his free hand. Insolent worm! But it is its turn now. It is frightened. But that's okay. It's got a couple
As it
people
should
around
be.
him. It's
It
got a
is
couple people around him.
frightened.
He's gonna go for Musa. Musa, did you go reckless?
I did not. I was smart this time.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Ah, cause
He's
frightened.
frightened. Oh,
Does
fucker.
18 hit you, buddy?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
I tried.
23 damage to you. Both force and fire.
Force and fire, yeah, those both do their thing.
Okay, that's one attack. Second one's gonna go for Necromant. Still a disadvantage, luckily enough. Gonna be 22 to hit for 22 damage.
Yep.
Okay. And can you make me a Constitution saving throw for your spell, please? DC 11.
All right. I am gonna do it straight. Ooh, damn. That's a fail.
All right. As his massive scimitar goes to cut Musa across the chest, and then it quickly swings back to cut you across the chest. Your concentration, whatever's holding the Fey spirit tethered to this world, disappears, and he puffs away in a little flaming ball.
Yep.
Sorry, buddy. He still has one more attack. Let's go for Derek, who's right there. Spread the love, you know? Let's see. Not that for now. Let's do this. Another scimitar attack. I didn't do disadvantage. Hold on. Second one would be still hits. That is going to be... Wow, I rolled like shit. 17 damage to Derek.
Uncanny dodge. He reduces that by half.
Okay, then he will take 8. I applied it to him.
Perfect.
That is the Sham Horatius' turn. And does the fear end on his turn or your turn?
End of my turn.
Gotcha. Missa, you're up.
What is Jim saying as all this is happening and I'm burning?
He's screaming, "Take it out! Get it out! You're gonna die!"
Cool. So Musa does not put the fire out.
Okay.
I'm going to use my... I'm going to take my 2 attacks. I'm going to do first one with the terminal edge.
Mhm. Come on, do reckless.
+2.
Okay.
21 to hit.
It's
Can I get a effect popped up? 8 plus proficiency plus con. So 8.
DC 14.
Oh, does it? Yeah, I should just calculate it. DC 14 charisma save. This guy's not charismatic, right? He's big, scary.
He's not. He did roll a flat 15. He's got no bonuses.
God. Okay. So he'll just take normal damage from the axe.
Okay.
13 damage.
Yep. He takes.
Second attack. Will also do it with the axe. I get advantage because Vex.
Okay.
I rolled a 1 and a 2 for a 12. And then bonus action, power unleashed. I need a DC 14 strength save.
Strength save. Okie dokie. 23.
Well, that's unfortunate. That's my turn.
Okay. Arian.
Alright. I'm going to try and shoot him with my bow, because that's what I do. And attack number 1 with advantage because of Vex. 21 to hit.
Hits.
8 points of damage. Advantage 22 to hit.
Hits.
7 points of damage. And another wisdom saving throw, please. DC 13.
Come on, buddy. You can't be frightened. I rolled a 10. The only person that intimidates him is Arian for some reason.
Because I've got a really scary mask, man.
How much burning damage did Musa take?
I'm gonna roll it all together at the end. It's gonna be
Oh,
2d10.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just easier than rolling every single
Are you
turn.
talking about with also the scimitar? It'd be a lot. Not a lot, but a chunk. Derek is going to use his action to put the fire out.
Okay. Is he gonna stay there?
No, he's gonna cunning action disengage.
Okay.
I like how this Jin it can't be slowed, but he's a scared little bitch.
He just
Taking that personally.
he'll back up 10 feet and end his turn.
Okay, Nickman.
Nikamand. Nikamand's gonna hit him with his hammer. And I hope he doesn't get burned too bad.
Oh.
Wait. Nikamand's gonna first swing around to the other side across from Musa.
Get a +2.
Yeah. 13 misses. Nikaman's gonna attack again. Oh man.
Did you get +2?
Yes, with +2.
16 misses.
And Nikaman's gonna.
And it's in corporeal form, it's even harder to hit, it seems.
Yeah, Nikaman's
Not
gonna flash
actually,
his healing hands at himself a little bit
Okay.
as a bonus action. For 9 points of healing.
Apply to you. I'm just gonna flush chat, so bear with me for a second to reduce the lag.
Alright, and that is the end of Nikaman's turn.
Okay, at the end of your turn, I'm gonna roll 2d10. That's 10 damage, so those who are still on fire, Nikaman and Musa, you take 10 damage. Please apply it to yourselves.
Okie dokie.
Alright, let's see, Bungu. She only has melee. That's okay, she's just gonna get on in there. Do some attacks. It's not advantage on attacks against him, right? He just has disadvantage on attacks from
Correct.
fear.
Correct.
26 to hit. Pretty solid. Gonna be 2d8 plus 7. I'm just gonna roll both attacks first, actually. Second
She would have weapon mastery, though, right?
Yes. What is her weapon mastery? It wouldn't have the same type. She is an NPC. Just check. She has a different kind of mastery, but it doesn't fit for this one right now. She does hit for 20 damage, though. Which it will take half, because it is non-magical. Fenric.
Alrighty. Going at it with, guess what? Another quicken spell. And this time it's just going to be a pair of sorceress bolts bursts. So, first one, untouch. Ah, 16.
Misses.
And then I'm gonna just cast another one regular. Advantage. It's a 28 to hit. Oh,
No,
one
that's-
off from a crit. One off.
Take the hit, buddy.
I'll take, yep. And that's gonna be for 6. It's something.
What kind of damage?
Psychic.
Okay. Sure you don't want to do fire?
I'm sure.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it. That was a sad
Alright.
turn, but it was.
I'm sorry, buddy. At least he hit him. On his turn. Let's do this. Oh, that would be so cool. Musa, he's gonna turn to you, and with one of his actions, he's gonna grab both sides of your head and attempt to do possession. I'm gonna need you to make a DC 15 charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Nicola,
Okay.
remember you have advantage from the recap that you did for me.
Wait.
today.
Wait. Is this to avoid the charmed condition?
This is not charm, this is possession. I'd say it doesn't really apply.
Okay. 15.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
I rolled
okay,
a
you're
16 for
lucky.
15.
He tries, and you feel this overwhelming presence, this burning, this sickening presence around you. And to your defense, there is the solid stone force that is Jim, that is keeping him. No, this one's mine. This one's mine. And he keeps hold of you and protects you from the possession. With that, if you might want to take your attacks of opportunity, you may, because he is going to attempt to move.
Definitely.
This is radiant damage again.
Okay.
It's 14 radiant damage.
24 to hit.
Hit.
I need him to make a charisma save again.
Charisma save, okay.
Because it's anytime I do...
4. That sucks. What do you got?
Okay, so he's going to take 14 points of magical slashing from Terminal Edge, and then he's also going to take 10 points of necrotic damage as Musa just get out of my head. And then Jim adds a little extra energy into his hit that kind of pulses into this thing's form.
Alright. You and Jim seem to be working well together. That hits. He's going to move. Let me see his movement speed. See how far certain things are. You're a bit out of range. That's okay. Arian's right there. He is gonna go for Arian. Sort of drifting over and behind you. And attempt to take the rest of its other 2 actions on you. Let's try this one. He's gonna attempt to grab your face with that left hand that he has, the sickening, diseased one, and draw some life force out of you.
I'm gonna get... It's my good hand!
Does he have... He has disadvantage on attacks against you.
Yep.
And can he get closer to her?
Can he get closer?
If he's frightened.
Oh, that's right. My dumb. No, in that case, he'll go to... Let's be closer. Okay. He'll go to... Shoot.
Thank you guys.
Questions. So many questions. Alright, well, in that case, he won't do that.
Sphere's the best thing ever.
Had a nat 20 that I wasted. That's alright. I'll do another spell instead. Spell/ability.
So he doesn't move, he doesn't take the damage from the reactions.
Yep, that's true.
How much damage was that? Could you...
24.
I did 14.
24 from me. So 38 total.
38 total? Okay, sweet.
Sorry, sometimes you gotta retcon. Can't remember everything.
Well, you win it, you lose
the
it.
great god retcon.
I'll say he used both of his actions to cast this spell. He's gonna do... instead of the same move, there's something just from within himself. He whispers something in the language of the Jinn, and there's this dark wave of shadow that floods out from around him. He's gonna do negative energy flood, so I'm going to need... It's not just targeting Arjun, sorry. I believe it is everybody. Oh, it's that one creature.
Am I doing a con save?
Yes, I will need a Constitution saving throw from you.
That would be a 16.
Okay, let me check his spell save DC. His spell save DC. Yeah, it would be a 17. I know. Sorry, math.
No, you're good.
Yeah, 16 will be fine. We'll go with half of that. I'm pretty sure half as much damage on a successful one. Okay, so you take half of 28, which is 14.
Yes.
Take 14 necromantic damage. Target killed by this creature will start as a zombie. You are not a zombie.
Do I have to apply that?
Yes, please. That, I believe, is his turn. Oh, Musa.
Bonus action. Power unleashed. DC 14 strength save.
He makes, oh yeah, wonderful. Intentional strength save. 8.
I pull him in between Bangu and I.
Okay.
And I will step in front of Mr. Unconscious here, and I will take an attack with my spiked shield. Defensive weapon. So first attack is with the shield. Uh, 10.
Misses.
Second attack is with the terminal edge. 25.
That hits.
How many of these do I get? Deal this damage number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. Okay.
I believe there should be 3.
3, yeah.
So that's the number of times I can deal the damage, but he has to make the saving throw every time I deal damage to see. So I need a DC 14 charisma save.
Charisma 14.
19. Flat.
Okay, so I cannot choose to deal that damage. So he just takes the 12 damage that I rolled on the terminal edge, and that is my turn.
Gotcha. Arian.
I'm going to shoot him with my bow.
He is not yet bloodied in his second phase. That hits.
23. 7 points of damage. Second attack. 25. For 7 points damage. Wait. Yeah, 7 points damage. And then one more DC 13 wisdom save.
Please. My buddy. Charisma?
Roll
No,
another 10. Wisdom saving throw.
Don't roll another 10. 12.
He's still afraid. This is the last time, though.
Nice.
That's
awesome.
And then I'm going to second wind.
I can only roll good so many times.
11 to heal.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Okay, he is bloodied. Derek, you're up.
Derek is going to move in 10 feet He's going to take 2 attacks with the dagger of Alamut's.
So I don't think he can take 2 attacks with the dagger of Alamut. He can take one with his short sword and one with the dagger.
He has 2 daggers, and they have the nick property.
Oh, do they both?
Yeah.
He has 2 daggers of Alamut.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lucky bastard.
Alas. 16 misses.
First one misses.
He did collect the second one recently.
24 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And we're just gonna stack the 4d6. We're not gonna do anything funky with it.
Okay.
For a total of 24 damage, with 7 of that being poison, the other 17 being piercing.
You take 17.
Okay, and that is Derek's going to cunning action disengage.
Okay. But he did take an attack, so he will be on fire.
He'll be on fire.
You know, I totally thought about that when I went into this turn and made that as a calculated decision.
I know. Especially when he can throw daggers. Nikomand.
Nikomand is going to put out the fire on himself. He's going to spend his action doing that. He's going to back off a hair.
Uh-huh.
And he's going to flash his magic hands at Musa for a little bit of healing. Only 6 points of healing, but
Better than nothing.
6 points to Musa. I think it put her on me for whatever reason. I had myself targeted. Oh well. So 6 points to Musa.
Okay, thank
No,
you.
it applied to Musa.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
it.
Oh well. All right, and that is Nikomand's turn. Let's action to put it out and bonus action.
Bunku is also burning. Let me just remember that as I roll the 2d10 for this turn. 7, so Musa, Derek, and Bunku will take 7 burning damage. She is going to ignore the flames and keep going. Try and take this thing down. Misses. 25 hits. Nice. 2d8 plus 7. 13 damage on it. What's 13 divided by 2? 7?
Yeah, round it up.
6. -1 to make it even, then divide by 2 is how I think it. It's 6.
And I
Makes sense.
cannot think that hard. Okay, she is done, but then she's not gonna back up, she's gonna stay there. Did you apply the 7 to you and Derek as well?
Yep. I applied it
Sweet.
to both people.
Fenric, you're up.
Alrighty. I'm going to first off bonus action have Witch Bolt do its damage, which is just going to be a flat d12. But first, I need to remember to catch up on some 20 rolls.
Yes.
Anyone? No ones, so we don't care. And then I'm going to follow up with a d12 for 11.
Oh, nice.
Solid,
And then I'm going to cast another Witch Bolt at it.
solid. Okay.
Because I have very little in the way of range attack spells.
It's your sorcery, tiny worm.
Variety of attack spells. So
Go ahead and roll.
same slot. I'm not gonna have it drop concentration since I'm just reapplying the same spell.
Mhm.
Because the tether applies hit or miss. Alright, so attack, advantage, nat 20.
Nat 20. Nice.
Nice.
That is... Wow, some bad rolls, but it still hit like a tank for 49.
How do you want to do
That's-
this?
Nice. I think that's either my best damage roll in a single turn, or it's right up there.
It's pretty up
That's-
there, I
that's 60
think.
That's 60 damage I've done in one turn.
It's
I
the
think
second
that's-
time your witch bolt has taken him out from one face to the other and now to death. So I'm gonna ask you, how do you want to do this? Describe it
think-
to me.
As I send that first surge of lightning through the tether, rather than like a straight recasting of the spell, I just go for a larger surge of it. So after that first surge, and I see that the lightning is just doing solid work on it, and it's writhing in agony, I'm going to think about it, coalesce a larger surge as I send it down from the eye directly to the staff, and then from it straight down and through as kind of like a torrent rather than a little trickle.
And the lightning seems to petrify and turn the smoke, the fire, the very essence of this creature to ash, as he very much like does the Voldemort dying thing where literally his ashes burn up and drift away. And the burning, just being within the presence of it, stops on the three of you as you eventually, those that are on fire, take a second, roll, put the flames off of you. And the djinn is seemingly chased and banished back to wherever it came from.
The dead?
The man lies unconscious, still there.
Is it really dead?
I think so.
How am I feeling? Am I feeling any connection?
Silence. Even Jim seems a bit stunned that it worked.
I think he's gone.
Is Naeem alive, dead, unconscious?
Let's find out. Who wants to roll for him?
I'll roll.
Okay, d20.
It's a 16.
He's still breathing. Very
Yeah.
shallow, pained breaths, but he's still breathing.
Nikaman takes his rope and ties him up.
Right? He is restrained.
Can I healer's kit patch him up so that he doesn't die?
Sure. I think that means a medicine check you have to make.
No, it just automatically stabilizes.
Okay. Well, he's stabilized, restrained, and incapacitated, but still breathing for now.
It would be hilarious if Naeem dies of 1d4 rope burn.
I would never do that.
All right, Musa, that was a lot tougher than I thought it would be.
Musa turns
same.
around, hair still smoking, a little bit of his beard singed off. And he goes, "No fucking shit. I was burning for like 30 seconds there."
You'll be fine. Bungu sheathes her sword and just like she's also covered in soot. There's burns covering her body, just like a bunch of you. Fenric and Aryun seem barely touched.
I've
I'm
been hit
going-
a little bit, but then I healed myself.
I'm going.
I have
to-
to.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna let the rage drop.
Okay. I was gonna say. Clearly, my mask is working, and I tap my mask.
Whatever it is fearsome indeed. You see, our Bungu has almost this nod of respect towards you. And you did not bad, Musa.
You see
Thank you.
Fenric kind of walk up a little out of breath. Just like kind of taking a quick breather from the mental effort. Sorry, continue on, Musa. I didn't mean to like jump
No,
in.
I was just saying thank you.
You see, she sort of gets a strange look on her face as she looks towards you, Fenric. You are quite powerful as well.
Does she finally clue in that I'm a little bit shorter than I was when I first met her?
You can do an insight check to see
Just,
what she knows. Or what she's feeling right now.
I think she would have picked it up by now, but yeah, I'll try an insight.
In between the first or the second witch pull, I think.
14?
14, okay, let me roll something privately.
Yeah, because I haven't used the disguise self to make me look like a gangly teen or gangly, scrawny person.
You see, she sort of gets down on one knee while looking at you, and she sort of says, I am not well versed in the ways of shamans, but it seems whatever you do, you use it to protect. In a destructive manner, but then who am I to judge? So long as you stay on the straight and narrow and don't go the path, and she looks pointedly at Naeem, down the wrong paths, well, I saw nothing.
I'm gonna just be like very solemn, just nod the head and just reach out a hand and like try to shake her. Just thank you. It is I will admit new to me, but all I can do is my best.
Isn't that what we can all do? Now, what should we do with this guy?
Jail. Jail forever. Hang him. Something like that.
I should leave the Sultan to decide his fate, I think.
I could cut his head off right now.
I cannot decide justice on the Sultan's behalf.
Nikoman's gonna roll him for extra papers, extra notes. If he has any more evidence of, I don't know, Jinn talismans, anything like that.
Go ahead and do me investigation or sleight of hand.
He's doing it in the open. But
Yeah. Just to see how well you...
That's a 0.
This guy doesn't have pockets. Look at his clothes. They're a mess.
Nikoman reaches down very roughly to find something. He can't find anything. And then he notices the guy isn't breathing anymore. He's like, oh shit. Spare the dying on him.
Good work, but it was just a momentary stuttering in breath with you feeling him up.
Feeling him up.
Wording!
With a 0, that's what it looks like Nikoman's doing.
I think he's got something around his pocket here. I don't know what it is. I think it's a wand.
Either. Always ends up
Time it wasn't
contradictions,
booty.
doesn't it?
It wasn't me this time.
So, Bangu,
Buddy.
from what we can tell, he reached out to a dangerous entity, the Jinn, for revenge. I don't know if he can be trusted again.
No, certainly not. He knows too much. He could try it again. He could influence or teach other people. Perhaps an execution, but the manner must be decided by the Sultan. Do we know if he worked alone or if he collaborated with anybody else? Did anybody else teach him how to do these summoning rituals?
From what we know, was a personal project. He was looking.
We do know that somebody taught him.
Yeah, we know somebody pot. But
Yeah,
I don't think
specifically, we
somebody
know
caught.
that there was some sort of necromancer that he was supposedly hanging around.
Oh, did they?
I
Mhm.
believe that was what was said by the person at the temple when we questioned them.
Let's speak up. Nikaman doesn't know this stuff.
Me above board. I forgot. I thought it was just a personal project that he was looking into.
No, he was studying from various sources, and supposedly there was some sort of necromancer, which is strange coincidence, considering the Emir was killed with necromancy.
Question: where does this necromancer pop up, Booty?
No, I remember you saying that too.
Yeah,
He learned
'Cause-
from a necromancer, or that he was learning necromancy?
I heard that he was learning from a
it was either in
necromancer.
his journal or when we were at the temple asking questions, but supposedly he had sought out or had found somebody that was a supposed necromancer that helped him.
Do you know the name of this person?
No.
No. Because I remember that happening because I was like, oh, it's funny that he's learning from a necromancer when we were told to go find this necromancer who turned out to not be the necromancer.
Yeah, it's one of the things in my notes.
Hmm.
I remember telling you guys about somebody called Rana.
Rana the Seer.
Yeah, I thought she was a seer, not a. Yeah, because the only thing I remembered was that he was looking into like the necromancy and stuff for the ritual, not the necromancer. but
Learning
I
under
don't
the
know.
wing of somebody else. To clarify, he was not learning from a necromancer. He was going through materials in the Friday Mosque. There was an imam there that knew what sort of stuff he was researching. It involved not necessarily necromancy, but summoning the jinn. That was what he was researching. He was accused of killing his friend after they got into an argument, killing this fellow
Oh.
researcher after they got into an argument, and then expelled. Okay. And you found the note from Arana the Seer in his personal journal.
And Booty's like looking at his notes going,
Do you remember? I'll go back and watch if I said anything, but I'm pretty sure that's not what I meant. I was gonna say something.
You ad-libbed
5 a.m.
something
brain
and then
soup.
it became a note, and now you're like, it was not a thing.
Yeah, probably.
I do that. I do that all the time, and then you have the notes.
That's true. I can't write my own notes when I can't follow what's coming out of my mouth. But what was I saying? Okay, doesn't matter.
She
We'll keep
asked
going.
if we knew if he was working with anybody, and the only lead we potentially have is Rana the Seer.
Yes. Do you
Okay.
know what she left him in that note? Do you remember what she said? Did you write that down?
No, I didn't have the notebook.
I have the book, but I didn't write down what the note said because I have the journal.
As you flip open, you find the note from Rana the Seer telling him, essentially, to find peace, you must find yourself. And that is like fairly early on within his notes. It seems like he went further into his descent of madness after that.
Yeah, she was trying to caution him away from it, but he decided against.
Well, I think the next step is to bring him to the Sultan and get paid. Because we did a fantastic service for the city.
You did. We can fast forward time a little bit. There's the rest of the day. You bring him in. Bungu will specifically take him in to see the Sultan. And then she will come out with the reward of, let's see, 300 gold pieces?
Nice. Who
She
wants
gives
to
you a
put it
little
in
chest.
the party loot?
300 gold pieces. While you may have not found the Hashashin, these
Got it.
are good works that you have done. 2 different Well,
So,
Al
still
Gaib
at it.
practitioners.
We got more leads. We're working on it.
I appreciate it. If there is any other trails that I pick up of magic, of Al Gaib, of strange happenings within the city, I will send them to you and have you investigate if that makes sense.
That
You
sounds
seem
good
quite
to us.
capable.
At the moment, the next thing we were thinking of looking was we heard tell of people near the. It was the small bazaar, right? They were the ones that were having the nightmares.
Mhm.
We heard tell of people around the small bazaar having recurring nightmares, and that seemed to be the next thing that we were planning to go look at. We don't know what it is, but the entire area all happened to be coming up, sleeping and then having these within the same time. So there's something strange there. We don't know what it is.
I will trust your judgment. You seem to have a nose for these kinds of things, though I do ask that you keep at least me in the loop. If you need my sword at your side and at any time, I will be more than happy to drop everything and fight once again by your side.
It is
Well-
much appreciated, but I believe we will probably try to do this tomorrow night, because I don't know about you, but that was taxing.
My work calls me.
I guess we'll see you for dinner.
Ah, yes. I know a good place in the Middle Bazaar. Meet me there.
There's a middle bazaar.
Yes.
Like one of the
This
one
bazaar
places
was
that's not
too
uncovered.
big. This bazaar was too small. But the middle bazaar was just right.
Just right.
Right there is the Middle Bazaar.
I'm gonna have to,
Meet me there.
Fenric is like, wait, there's a third one? I thought it was just the two. How did I not know this?
It's a big city.
Well, the people I talk to are case closed. I don't.
I'm sure you will
A
have
whole
fun
new market
exploring.
I haven't been able to produce.
It is a part of the city you haven't explored. It's down here.
The one little blip.
The Middle Bazaar stands open for exploration. You have closed 2 cases within a couple of days of being assigned the task to find the Hashashin, though you are no closer, it seems, to any direct leads. The work continues to sift through the city like finding a needle in a haystack with a fine-tooth comb and all other sorts of turns of phrases insert here to locating this one Hashashin in a city of many, many people. It is no small task, but the work continues, and the Oasis Road Caravaners keep going on their journey. That's all I have for you today. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So I think next time we're gonna do dinner and Igor's place.
And then finally
maybe
we're gonna
Igor's place
spend
for
time
dinner?
in the small market.
Well, we still got an afternoon.
Well, not tonight. We gotta do it tomorrow.
Yeah, not tonight.
I have 2 usable spell slots, and then rebounds.
I mean,
So,
you can certainly spend tonight at the small bazaar. I don't mind.
Yeah, I'm not hurting on resources. I still got 3 rages and a short rest worth of hit dice to expend.
I mean, I could get back some spell. I could get back like 2 spell slots if we do a
We're
short
under the
rest
gun.
play.
We gotta solve these issues, man. There's a war coming. Can't be
It's up to
resting on
you
our haunches.
how fast or how
I need
slow
one
you
die.
want to go. But elements in the city will be shuffling, and by that I mean I have to continue plotting. But in the meantime, thank you for everybody who stayed right to the end and for joining us along the journey. Thank you once again to all the people who did donations now and in the future as well for helping the kids and raising money for a good cause. Thank you for supporting us and the work that we do. And if you want to check out our previous episodes, do so on YouTube. We also have a Discord. We will post announcements about all the unlocks that we got from the fundraising, along with once we hit our 200 followers, we will be dropping new emojis, animated and still, in the Discord and on Twitch. So many things to look forward to. Many one-shots coming up, so stick with us and we'll bring you on a journey that's hopefully fun. In the meantime, Springer also does knives, so feel free to check out his knives. Glorious. Good souvenirs and gifts that you can get, especially since they're handmade. It's a labor of love, truly. You can see it.
It is.
And
It's a
you
very
can
high
also check
quality
out.
knife. The handles are beautiful. Sorry.
Go ahead.
The blade itself is very thick and sturdy. Like there is no wiggle, no give. Like that's gonna last. And I've
That's what you
had
want a
this
knife for.
for 4 years, I want to say, because it was whenever I was in Texas. That was at least 3 years
A while
ago,
back.
somewhere around there.
So I'm getting a lot of use out of my knife, is what you're telling me.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I haven't had to sharpen it once. It still
God, that's
cuts
the best part.
it still cuts as good as the day I got it.
As
And
someone who
like
likes
I said,
cooking, the worst part is when knives get blunt over time because I don't know how to sharpen. I haven't learned it.
yeah,
I don't
I
trust
really like
myself.
to use I really like to use this one for a lot of fruits and like the melons and stuff. It works really well on those. And I
Mhm.
have one of his kitchen knives for all the meats. And that one again cuts beautifully.
One for every occasion. Go ahead and show support to small
Exactly.
businesses and people who do
And
crafts
now
because they're
he
cool.
has beautiful pocket knives.
Interesting. Damascus
And
steel. I'm looking forward to it.
definitely gonna have to get one of those.
Yep.
That should be fun.
Shoot. I have ideas, but the wallet is empty and it doesn't want to support my ideas.
Sure.
Hopefully we'll work towards it. In the meantime, I think that's all we have in terms of announcements. We'll keep fundraising. We'll set up some new goals. But for now, we are going to go raid somebody. What do we got, Booty?
That's
We
for
are going to raid Dad Gaming Online.
nice.
He's currently running some Dungeons and Dragons, so show him some love, and we will see you all back here on Tuesday for When Nine Lights Rise, run by Amber. Where
It's gonna be fun.
Unlocked one shot.
yeah. My question
Yes,
is,
we've unlocked one
canonically,
shot here.
this one shot,
Mhm.
does it happen right at the time where we left off?
You will have to find out.
Because that would be great for just heartbroken, depressed Wimble to have to deal with a whole new level of challenge. But
Mhm.
yeah, everybody will have to tune in Tuesday to see. And until then, all that's left to say is bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.